Alrighty guys, I'm still here troubleshooting the Cara. I'm going to check the whole distributor cap and rotor now. So this is one of the new caps. This is the Suzuki part number 333-2150F51. It's funny because that's a nice little Mitsubishi logo right there. Here's the rotor assembly, the spinny thing that goes around. This is also a Suzuki one I bought. So I'm going to try to see how I can get at that to do whatever I need to do. It doesn't look pleasant to get at. Before you start anything, it's always helpful to look at your new part if you have one, so you can figure out how it actually works. So in this particular car, you're gonna see that this is like the breather hole. That's actually like this. So now you can see where the screw holes are at. So the Phillips head screw is here on the bottom, like 5 o'clock position. Then one's at like the 11 o'clock position. Tricky part is reaching in there to get at it with a screwdriver. Ooh, that's really soft. This car is so flimsy. I also have the strut tower bar. It kind of restricts some of my access going in this way. I'm going to see if I can do this. Get the screwdriver in. Alright, I was able to get the bottom screw. Unfortunately, I can't really show you this, can I? Maybe. Right here, you can see how I have the screwdriver back here. I'm going to have to... Oh, I dropped it. Crap. So, I think this is, oh, that's finger tight now. Getting at the other screw like this, I'm behind some cables. Yeah, you can't see anything. If you actually remove this throttle body hose and maybe loosen that bracket for the intake piping, you might be able to get at this easier. And maybe even remove the strut tower bar, but I'm being lazy. I don't want to do that right now. I don't feel like doing that. Alright, I got the distributor cap out. The reason I didn't disconnect the lines yet is because I want to see which one is actually cylinder 1, 2, and 3 if I can. If that's even possible. This is the new rotor cap. It also has a Mitsubishi logo on it. How does this come out? I think it's just friction fit. And I probably need to make note of the orientation that it's in to make sure I put it back the same way. Right now, if you can see it, the gold contact is kind of like in the 11 o'clock position like this. It's really tight, but it's also a really bad angle for me to get at it. I lost it. Is this worn out? Maybe. Doesn't look that bad. However, mine crumbled and fell apart. This is probably bad. Huh. You can see how the plastic has kind of changed color and become brittle over time. It's really hard to see it, but you see that right there? It's really dirty or something, so let me brush it off real quick with this little brass brush. Taking a quick comparison look at these caps here. This one looks reasonable. It's not too worn out. It does have some gunk in it, but might as well replace it now that I took it apart. Remember, the breather hole is like this way towards you. I mean, otherwise the screws aren't going to go back in right. After much struggle, I was able to get everything back in the way it's supposed to be. It is positioned like this. This one is marked 1, this one is 2, and this one is 3, and obviously this one goes to the coil in the center. Let's just give it a test run here. All right. Well, that wasn't it. All right, let's go do something else productive. Doing some scrapping here. Decided to stop hoarding shit at my house. And yeah, this is what I'm getting rid of. Tons of screws, nuts, bolts, random pipes, some aluminum wheels, some D-track or E-track, whatever this is called, my exhaust from my 2016 Mustang that I got rid of, my really old bicycle that's all ruined, some pipes, some aluminum stuff, lots of brass and copper things in here too. Yeah, wonder what this will get me at the scrapyard. All right, I got a bunch of aluminum stuff here. I got all my brass and copper stuff in here, and I still have all this steel and iron stuff. They might not take the doors because it still has the glass, so I guess I'll have to find a different way to dump these. But let's see what I get for this. All right, I got $232.77. Most of it was from my water pipe and brass stuff. The aluminum, the wheels, and like the random stuff got me about 40 bucks almost. And the steel, it was like 300 pounds of light steel. I got about $20 for that, I think. Light iron, they call it. I still have the car doors. I'll have to get rid of the door somewhere else. But this is fun. Watching those machines work. I got to use my Atlas for like real truck dumping stuff. I can see why people do this, like the whole scrapping thing. I mean, I don't feel like doing it that much, but when I was just over there throwing stuff into the pile and just breaking stuff, I mean, that's fun, man. I can see why people do this, but you know, there's decent money if you actually haul a bunch of stuff. It's got $200 something of just trash that I got rid of from my house. Check this out. After the scrap run, we also did a appliance and IKEA run. This truck is perfect for this kind of stuff. We got a shelf, 2 desks, and a filing cabinet thing, and a whole 21 cubic foot freezer fridge thing. Look at that. We can see here that the Atlas is a pretty practical medium-sized truck. It's on the small end of medium. But subscribe for more Atlas content that's coming soon. I'm gonna get some maintenance done on this, and I'll show you guys how that goes.